No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium. As we'll see the number 11 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Nittany Lions will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Gonna run it. It's Tatum. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. All right, guys, let's talk a little bit about Oklahoma. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out, not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Looking downfield, it's Mateer. The sure hands, it's Kent. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit, yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in third down when you know the ball's going to come out fast, understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the fourth down.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Blasted as he lets it go. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
You know, it looks like they just flip the ball and everything just magically works. You know why this toss to the left works? Because the wide receivers block. You know, I know you don't say that very often. Most of the time they want to run out, you know, get the glory, catch the ball, but they got to do a good job of blocking. When you toss it on the perimeter, those guys are pivotal for this play to have success. Really good job blocking on the perimeter.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Beck's going for the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Sategna. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run the guys, and get them on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Using his legs, it's Tatum. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Sooners with the 1st and 10. To the air, it's Mateer. Looking deep. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown Sooners. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. Sets up the screen. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. From the shotgun, the inside give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The Sooner fans booming, a cacophony of noise at the Dallas on the carry on third down. They try to get it outside on the left. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Snags it over the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the first down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. And listen, catch the football, understand fourth and short, the situation, and then go get that first down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding that situation.
On the direct snap, it's Smith. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat. The whole Penn State legacy is built on toughness, getting it done on the ground, and they pick up a first down.
And you got to start there with the physicality, the ground game, getting that going. It's kind of a Northeast thing, right?
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. There he goes. He's at the 10. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Defensively, now you can tell I got to be ready for anything, right? If they're going to get the ball to fast guys on the perimeter like this, I better be ready for it. The defense is ready for it. It was a good game. It wasn't a bad game. You didn't give up a touchdown, but now this makes me think, goodness gracious, they'll get the ball to anybody, any place, anywhere on the field.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Georgia Southern is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to UCF. Obviously, big implications here in the Sun Belt, and as this one plays out, we'll keep you posted.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Throwing on the run. He's got it on the outside. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one? And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. On the run, it's Tatum. Got enough for the first. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree. Arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen. A guy that didn't quite pan out at the NFL level because of injuries. This dude has it in him, though, and I'm sure he's reminding a lot of people in the stadium right now of good old Marcus Dupree.
I I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Can't make the grab, quarterback. Just missed him a little bit.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the 1st. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the quick pass. They'll say he stepped out of bounds right at the 17.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Second down, he'll throw it. Here comes the heat. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. Looking to get it in. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. And the Sooners didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. With the run on 1st and goal. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
And the extra point was good. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the 2nd. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll call for the fair catch here. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. To throw, it's Aller. Right on the money. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. Direct snap. He's in open space downfield. He'll be knocked out of bounds right at the 40-yard line. Good pickup there.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Toss to the outside. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a 2nd time. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking for the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the 1st half. That's going to wrap up the 1st half. Here and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Sooners will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Allard. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Pena. And he'll be brought down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Right through the wicket. He just flat dropped it on the crosser, and it'll be 4th down. And the Nittany Lions will try to pin them back with the punt. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. On the ground, it's Robinson. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll keep it on the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down, and you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
They'll go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Pressure coming. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative, and that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Now they'll run it on the toss. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll try to get outside. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The Nittany Lions have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll go right back to him. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
There he goes. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
steps out of bounds.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. He cannot get it in. A mere inches away from pay dirt.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already.
Touchdown, Penn State! They move on top here in the fourth.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Georgia Southern is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to UCF. Sun Belt, Fun Belt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll get this drive going from the 17. To the air, it's Mateer. Finds his man, it's Gibson. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Grab near the sticks, it's Gibson. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking for space, it's Robinson. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
And that is a backbreaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
First snap of this drive will come from the 46. They'll leave it with him. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. The Nittany Lions have enough for the first down.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
Gets the back moving. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll run the toss. They were trying to hit the corner on that loss, but the defense refused to lose contain. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Allard. Rushes on him. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a 4th down. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the 4th quarter, you've got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Sategna. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. It's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drive.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. He might want another play. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
50-50 balls like that comes down to trust. And in a 2-minute situation with the game on the line, the quarterback knew his guy was going to make a play for him, and his receiver did exactly that.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
Lion. 42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Scanning the field, it's Mateer. Now improvising. Got his man on the right. Got enough space. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game. Now, all you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
Big point after here, looking for the tie late. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. They'll try to get the edge on the left. Just picked up 3 yards, but he did get out of bounds to try to save every precious second.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Looking to throw, it's Aller. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Offense uses a timeout, 17 seconds left on the clock.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
The Nittany Lions will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game.
I get it. It's the 4th quarter. It's a tie game. I need to go out and make a play offensively. But I tell you what, I'm going to be on the sideline now after that interception. As a quarterback, I'm like, please, defense, please go out there and bail me out. Give me another opportunity to go take the lead and win this ball game.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking for a huge play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense, and I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep, and don't let anyone get behind you.
Back to throw, and he's got to do it here late. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Working the middle. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And this will be for the win. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. It'll all be decided right here, win or lose on this kick. No good. And after the miss, the only hope is to get a stop and play another round of overtime. So here comes our first play of overtime. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Flips it out to the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
To the air on 2nd down. If he runs this back, this game's over. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. That'll do it. A pick 6 for victory. The interception to win it in overtime. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
Forget it.